Hello, everybody. Jose Rodriguez here. And if you have been putting up with me for the last several days, you know that I have a lot on my plate right now to do, test, and run with. I'm recording off of my regular voice recorder directly. I hope this is not too bad of an audio. We're going to try to nurse it back to a slightly better quality on the computer. But here's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. These new inks. I have 4 little bottles right here. Okay. They look like they are pigment inks, but really, I don't know if that is really the case. They are labeled PS and then the color code. So PSC would be cyan. PS, photo sublimation. So these are going to go on my R3000, folks. I just have to get some refillable cartridges for it because what I currently have in there are filled with Epson OEM ink. So the plan is to be able to then flush that out using a refill set of these inks in that cartridge, run a ink initialization by using the adjustment program, flush out all of the inks, and then do some testing to see if I actually have sublimation ink, pretty much 99.9% pure, printing out of the printhead. On some transfer paper, we'll do some testing on the heat press and figure that out. Now, why am I doing this when just about every turnkey sublimation printer, and I'm not talking t-shirts, I'm not talking mugs, I'm not talking coasters, I'm not talking any other type of sublimation substrate except for aluminum for images. And if you go back and look at my sublimation videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. That result that you get is unbelievable. It is just majestic. And if I can get that with a simple 4-color printer, the Workforce 1100 from Epson. By the way, you got to use an Epson printer. You cannot use a Canon printer for this. If I can get results like that out of a simple 4-color printer, what do you think I'm going to get with something that uses grays and light versions of cyan and magenta? It should really increase the gamut that I can actually reproduce on heat transfer onto aluminum. And again, the aluminum is a specific type. It is called Chromolux, made by Unisub. You can find it just about anywhere, including eBay, Amazon, and of course Condi, Condi.com, one of the major sublimation companies in the United States. So what I have here is probably the best system to produce sublimation. This will surpass that printer that I have over there with just simple black, cyan, yellow, magenta. That's it. How can I possibly get good graduations of tonality if I don't have light versions of gray? Here I'll have 2 light versions of magenta and cyan. Okay, so this is going to be really pretty much groundbreaking, and I cannot wait to get those cartridges. They're on the way, and so I will be able to then start a new series of videos that will walk you through. Now, if you have an R3000 with a bad black ink switch valve, say it only works on matte like mine, I cannot switch to photo black. I cannot. I just get a blank channel. So I leave it on matte black, and I'm going to go ahead and fill my cartridges, all of them, with the sublimation ink. You might say, well, wait a minute, you have 9 cartridges and only 8 colors. That's because there is no such thing as matte black or photo black sublimation ink. It's only one kind of ink, black. And so you will fill both cartridges with that. And if you were able to switch, it would be a good idea to switch back and forth every once in a while so that you can use the other cartridge that is also filled with the same black ink. This should prove exciting as can be. And I'm going to be sharing my results with you guys. I can print up to 11 by 14 on my heat press because it's a 15 by 15 platen. That's the max that I can print possibly. So I'm going to go ahead and acquire some substrates for that purpose. I'm also going to be doing some work on self-coated canvas. By that I mean the hard canvas boards that you buy at the art shop. That should be really, really cool. I'll also experiment with other substrates, but primarily this is going to be only for imaging work, not for t-shirts, not for mugs, not for anything else. For that type of work, I will use my 1100, which is still loaded with the regular 4-color sublimation ink set. That is it. I hope you guys find this exciting. I know I do. I'm really cannot wait to receive those cartridges and start working with that printer over there. It's been ignored for quite a bit. I got it totally unclogged. It is working 100% except for the fact that I cannot switch the blacks. And so that's why it's kind of crippled, if you will, but still working 100% perfectly as long as you leave it on matte media mode. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell so you are notified every time I upload something new. I would appreciate that. Make sure you comment below any questions that you may have. I always answer every single comment, even if it's just a thank you. I make a point to answer everything. So that is it. Happy sublimating, happy printing. Bye bye, everyone.